All right, y'all, let's get right to it. So check this out. We're gonna talk about abs versus core stability, right? Because I got a lot of clients, or a few, but I always have to explain this to the masses anyway. That I usually don't train abs like that because everybody wants a six pack. That's one of the things that everybody wants. Oh, I gotta lose my stomach. I want abs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. One, you can't spot target fat, right? So let's get that out the way. But there are ways that you can have an aesthetically pleasing midsection, and one way is to do that. Yes, you couldn't do crunches, which is fine. I'm not against that because I do that too, and leg raises and whatnot. But I focus more on core stability. I think that's very important because without core strength and stability, you can't perform the exercises that people do every day, not just in the gym, but outside of it as well. Or I have a client who always tell me, I'm not training abs. I need abs. I need abs. And I'm always going to ask you, how's your eating? I eat good. Okay, are you tracking? No. So how do you know? What are you eating? If you're not tracking, you slacking. Make it make sense, you know? But I'm here to simplify it for you guys right now. All right. So there's it's two different kind of animals you're dealing with when it comes to core stability and training. All right. Two different systems and how you look and everything like that. Think of like bodybuilders have the great combination, in my opinion, of the two because they have the aesthetics of the abs, but of course they do core stability as well. Power builders is more core stability because they're big men and women and they need their core to function at a high level in order to move the weight that they're moving. You know what I'm saying? So, but core stability helps with your overall activities of daily living. All right. So when we think about core workout, most people think about like crunches, sit ups, leg raises, all that kind of stuff, right? Which is cool, but that's not what it really is. When you do those exercises, you're just training your rectus abdominis, obliques, the surface muscles, like the aesthetics, like we talked about before, right? The six pack, because you guys don't want to have kegs, right? But there's nothing wrong with that because I don't want a keg either. You know what I'm saying? But that they only contribute to trunk flexion, but and they look great. In order to have your abs to show, you have to have low body fat. This is why they always say abs are made in the kitchen, which is very true. Have a low body fat, your abs are going to show. As simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it, right? But now, when you do your core work, right, it trains your spine, right? Instead of flexing, ab work flexes your spine. Core stability work prepares or train your spine for work on the load. So like you get under a bar for a squat, you gotta engage your core, right? You picking up something from the ground or deadlift, you gotta engage your core. And that's why most injuries really happen like that because most people are not engaging their core properly. All right. So when you think of core stability, it's a totally different job than flexing your abs. All right. So it's not about just moving your spine and pelvis. It's um it's really about the control of one, your breathing, how you're bracing your core, and how you move your spine throughout the movement. So when you think of like what are core training, think of like dead bugs, planks, which is a favorite of mine, suitcase carries, and what I like about core workouts, it uses your body as a whole. It's just not isolated. And those will mimic your activities of daily living, right? So you're training your inner working muscles, like the transverse abdominis, rectus spinae, your pelvic muscles, and your diaphragm. Those deep stabilizer muscles that really help you in everyday life, whether it's your posture, lifting things, putting them down, etc. All right. So cool. And I tell clients this all rule of thumb. I tell clients this. I don't care if you're biting your fingernail, engage your core. When you walk in, engage your core. All these things matter. All right. If you heard of Stuart McGill, Squat University refers to him a lot as well. But he talks about spine mechanics and how important that it is, and his work consistently shows that endurance and control of these deep stabilizers predicts back health way better than raw ab strength does. All right. So keep that in mind. So the next question you probably ask, so which one should I do? Do both. I'm never going to tell you not to do one or the other. Do both. Like I said, I do leg raises, some crunches sometimes too, but I focus more on core stability. All right, that's the foundation. You never want to build a foundation on shaky ground or on sand. So focus on your core. And how do you engage that? Gauge your core, right? Because that's the $64 million question. Act like somebody's gonna punch you in your stomach, like you do that brace. But when you do it, right, you want to, instead of bracing and pushing the air, when you take that deep breath in to brace your core, instead of pushing it out, act like you're pushing it to the side. And then when it comes to breathing, simple, above water, underwater. I'm above water, take a deep breath, brace my core, I dip down under, or if I'm picking up anything, hold my breath, come up, out through my nose. I'm probably out through my mouth, breathe back in through my nose, and I repeat. Because breathing is the aspect of training a lot of people overlook. All right. And that's crucial. That's why people be passing out too and all that shit. So you don't want to do that. All right. So there you go. Think of above water, you're going underwater, deep breath, brace, underwater hold, exhale through your mouth and in through your nose. And why in through your nose? That you're breathing because one, pardon me, your nose warm, humidifies, and filters the air. But also your nasal passageway, that's how you get the oxygen to your brain. If you breathe through your mouth first, it's going to bypass your nasal passageway. And remember, you need oxygenated blood to circulate throughout your body in order to function properly. So this is why they will always say, breathe through your nose, not through your mouth. Breathe through your nose and exhale through your mouth. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, you're welcome. Now, this is for my trainers. You know, I got to look out for y'all because we are trainers first. And I think we're underpaid and sometimes undervalued. But that's another topic for another day. Educate your clients on the importance of core training. Yes, I know they want abs, but show them the right way first. You know what I'm saying? Let them do some planks for 30, 20, 30 seconds, even a minute. Let them learn how to engage their core. And sometimes I will do that as a warm up, just so when I do the compound lifts, they're already engaged in the movement. They already have that mind muscle connection. All right. So you can always do that. You're welcome. All right. So there you have it. We're gonna conclude. So yes, you might get the abs. We all want abs, of course, but core stability is where it's at. All right. Just showing how you earn them. Because I know a lot of people who don't do ab work. Part of it could be genetics as well, but also they had a low body fat percentage and they do core training. All right, guys. So if you're looking for a good program to get you to point A to B, to transfer your body from lead to gold, click the link in the description. Reach out. Let's see if we can help you. And also macronutrient coaching as well. Because, you know, like they say, abs are made in the kitchen, you know, and it really is. You need help with that, man. Shoot me hit the link in the description, man. And we get to work. All right. So don't overcomplicate it, man. It's much more easier than you think it is. All right. So this is Alchemy Fitness signing off, where we transfer you from lead to gold. Train hard, train smart, and train safe. Until next time. Peace.